very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Chicago Bears. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. First down gets 3 up to the 28. This defense for the Vikings, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
On 2nd and 7, Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. This goes to Mack on the check down. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Now on 2nd and 13, Fields. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, right at the 40. Montgomery back to the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now it's Fields. Man open, that's Byron Pringle complete. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Rolling to his left. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive. Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right? That's true. But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence. It allows him to play better as the game goes on. Especially crucial here on the road. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop. Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3. That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Fields. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
Third and 2, Fields. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Montgomery is into the end zone for a Bears touchdown. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home. Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. On first down, Willis. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down. Cook on the first down carry there as he works his way forward for a gain of about 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Off the play fake. Willis. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
Looking to throw. Willis. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 down at the 31. They run the counter with Cook. Cook, a first down and more. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Cook. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the bootleg. Willis. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's 3rd down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. 54. 54. Hey, let's get this, get this.
Back to throw. Willis. And complete. Right side to Cook. Touchdown! Dalvin Cook. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter.
Josh Lambeau set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
The Bears on third down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Fields. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. On the return is Peterson. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. On 2nd down, it's Cook. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. The tackle by Quincy Williams. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Willis. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
First down, here's the run with Cook. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Willis. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Back to throw. Willis got an open man, finding Jefferson. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They go play action here on first down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with 25 seconds to go, we'll see how they want to play this. Fields throw taken in by Pringle. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Fields now to throw. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Play action, Fields. They'll roll him out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before the break. Fields. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
These two coaching staffs likely going through their final adjustments for the second half. One of these teams is going to emerge 2-0. But who will it be? To find out, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Willis. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
On 1st and 10, Willis. And this is Cook with the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. They run the counter. It's Cook. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. Off play action. Willis. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run with Cook. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Well, Brendan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And it's now 21-7. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw is Fields. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
On third down, Willis. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Throwing again is Fields. Steps away to his left. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Justin Fields, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Santos with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Now a good running play here to start the drive. That'll net them 14 yards as they pick up the first.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. They run. Cook. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Willis. Flushed out right. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there for Minnesota.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Pass incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Willis escaping the pressure right. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And the Bears are right back in this football game. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he's taken down inside the 30. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
On 1st down, Cook. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 72 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Back to throw. Willis. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off down at the 2. And the Bears are right back in this football game. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. He's got Mooney. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Here's Fields. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To the air again, Fields. That's complete right side to Kmet. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now it's Fields. Forced out to his left. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bears have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. It's a squib kick fielded just inside the 20. And he tries to get as much as he can here while protecting the football as he dives to the ground. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
2nd and 10 now from the 27. That one looks like he'll throw here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Well, my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
Santos with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Vikings 24.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Able to find Thielen. And he'll be brought down after a gain of about 9. And compounding things, it's now 3rd down as well. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this is caught inside the 5. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Well, no doubt an electrifying finish to have it down inside the 10-yard line. That final shot.